Well, a very good morning from Phuket. I'm Tony. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, please do consider subscribing. And today we're down at a not so well known beach here on the island of Phuket, and that beach is called Ao Sane. So where is this beach situated? Well, not far from a very well-known beach which I've recently covered called Nai Harn, and literally it's 1 or 2 minutes from Nai Harn Beach, which is just over the back. You follow the trail past Nai Harn Beach, past the big hotel that's situated at Nai Harn Beach, follow that trail all the way down and you will come to Ao Sane Beach, which is what we're going to be taking a look at today. Normal times when we get the normal international arrivals, some of the beaches here on the island, including Nai Harn, can get quite busy. So Ao Sane Beach is a good alternative if you're looking for somewhere a little bit quieter. Let's now start and take a look at the beach itself. So this is the trail that you're going to come down, and this leads from Nai Harn Beach, and this will bring you down basically to this area here. There is some accommodation situated here called the Ao Sane restaurant bungalows, and there is also a very large 5-star hotel a little bit further along the track that you can see running in front of me, and literally this trail ends at that large hotel. Now, parking here, I've noticed this time I've come, the last time these signs that are in front of me here wasn't here, and basically what they say is this is customer parking only, and what they're referring to is customers of the actual accommodation here and the restaurant. So be careful when you park, because from reading the signs there is now a 1,000 baht fine. So what I've done is I've parked Charlie, or the Sam Law, to the right hand side, because from what we can tell, me and Nat, there are no signs stopping people from parking here. So you could park your motorbike here. Not so easy if you're coming in a car, but I would point out, just bear that in mind, there are some signs here. Motorbike parking, not such a big issue. Now, when we arrived, there was a couple arriving at the same time, and they've actually parked their motorbike a little bit further down behind the signs, and I presume that is the parking for the beach, but I'm not 100% sure. As I say, very, very pretty beach. A little bit different to Nai Harn Beach as regards the sand, because it's a mixture of sand and shale here. There's some fine shale and there's also some sandy areas as well, and a little bit more rocky. So an ideal beach to visit if you intend to do some snorkeling. It would be ideal. So this is the entrance to the beach, as you can see there clearly, the sign, no parking here. If you block the way, your car will be locked, and a 1,000 baht fine. Now, that motorbike just down there is the couple that just arrived as we were arriving. They've parked down there. I don't see any signs down here saying that you can't park, so I presume this would be the parking area for the beach. Not ideal for cars, but for motorbikes, not a problem. 2 ways onto the beach. There's a trail to my left hand side just there, going down to the beach, and then there's what looks to be the main entrance here. I've noticed also a scuba school situated on the beach. They're not open today, but I can see some people to the left hand side currently having some lessons of some sort. I'm not sure if that's connected to the scuba school or not, but we're going to walk down. Very pretty, a very, very pretty beach indeed. There is also a restaurant. Again, it looks like the restaurant is open at the moment. I can see some staff in there, but I'm not 100% sure. We've just arrived. Nata has gone ahead because we've got Shadow with us today. Shadow hasn't been down the beach for quite a few weeks because, as you know, if you follow my channel on my blog, you will know we've been moving over the last few weeks. So I haven't had a lot of time to do YouTube videos, unfortunately. And apologies for that, because I don't like to leave my channel without any content for any length of time. So as you can see, a couple of people over there on the one side having some sort of lessons. I'm not sure whether that's connected to this Go Dive, scuba school, whatever it's called. I'm not quite sure, but that's handy if you're into the diving, that side of things. Then there is a school right on this beach. You can see there's some sun chairs with some sunshades as well. I don't know the cost of them. There doesn't look to be anybody here operating those today. Of course, the situation over the last month, few weeks has changed. I will talk about that in a little while, but let's concentrate on the beach first. As you can see, it's a mixture. Let's have a closer look at the sand so you get a better idea. It's a mixture of shale and sand, so not the same as Nai Harn Beach. Now, Nai Harn Beach, we have in front of us now, as we're looking out across the sea, we have the Cape of Pomtem, and then just to the left hand side here, Nai Harn Beach. So not too far. Lovely, lovely area. I have to say the water's looking beautiful today. As I've mentioned on the Nai Harn video, if you haven't seen it, please do go and check it out. I will link it at the top of the screen. You can hear Shadow there barking. Nat's got her on the lead because wherever I am, she wants to be. So Nat's trying to keep her over there so I've got a chance to do some video work. So we're going to walk over because Shadow will be a lot happier if I'm nearer to her. She doesn't like it when I'm far away. Okay, there's the restaurant, right situated on the edge of the sand. Lovely, I guess, when it's full of people and busy. Now this beach, as you can see, a lot more rockier than Nai Harn, and that's why I mentioned it would be a great beach for snorkeling. Very, very picturesque here. The accommodation, I presume the Ao Sane bungalows, that are those that you can see in front of us there now. I'm not quite sure. As I say, I don't visit this beach very often. I don't know why, because it is a really nice beach. I guess having so many beaches, it's always difficult to remember which beaches to go to. And I've been wanting to cover this beach video wise for some time. Look, just look at the colour of this water. How beautiful is this? About one of the few benefits of the current situation is, of course, as I've mentioned, the island's ecosystem is having a chance to recover, and the waters are looking absolutely beautiful. Really, really gorgeous. Very, very inviting. In fact, I think I'm going to go for a dip very soon. She's very happy, Shadow is, today because we're down at the beach. Here she comes. Come on then. Hello. Ooh, there's a big dog over there. Well, I've just spent a very pleasant 40 minutes in the sea. Let my camera do a motion time lapse while I was in there, so hopefully that's come out okay. And Shadow's not the main star of the video or time lapse, because normally when I set it up, she's always sitting in front of the camera. So now we're going to just take a little walk along this beach. Take a look at this accommodation that's right on the beach because it looks really nice. I have to say the water's very, very pleasant today. Lovely weather. I will point out one thing that I noticed when I entered the water. It does drop away very quickly, the sand. So if you're coming over here and you have younger children, then it's something to keep an eye on because it does drop away and get quite deep quite quickly, unlike Nai Harn Beach. But this is the accommodation, I think, from the bungalows that we saw the sign at the top as we entered down the little trail to come down to the beach. I'm not sure of the cost, I'll be honest with you. I will try and find out if there's anybody about that I can ask. I don't have access to go inside, but lovely, lovely spot here overlooking the sea. Well, my impressions of this beach are very good. The water is absolutely beautiful. Lots of rocks, so if you're into snorkeling, and there has been a few people while I've been in the water with Shadow and Nat, actually snorkeling around the rocks. As I mentioned, the sand not quite the same as Nai Harn over here, a little bit more shaley. But there are areas, as you can see right in front now, this is quite nice sand. There are a few stones in it, but very pleasant beach. I mentioned it has got a restaurant, so literally right on the edge of the beach. If you need some refreshments during your stay down here, I'm going to have a walk over there. Shadow's following me around as always, but it's definitely a beach to bear in mind, somewhere different. Sometimes you can get fed up of going to the same beach, so to have a few beaches to pick from is always good. So maybe you want to put this on your list if you're staying within this local area. I'd even say it's worth travelling to this beach because it is very pleasant. Now, the situation here in Phuket has changed quite a lot in the last 4 to 6 weeks. Unfortunately, we've now gone from a green zone into a red zone. You may have heard that we've had a second wave of COVID, and this was caused by some larger well-known clubs here on the island hosting some large parties and encouraging people from outside of Phuket to come to Phuket and have some fun. Some people in one of those groups was carrying the infection, and it's been passed around, unfortunately, and it has now pushed Phuket into what they call a red zone, which is one of the control zones. So we have seen some reintroduction of the restrictions and the measures. A lot of people here in Phuket were looking forward to what they've been promoting as the reopening of Phuket, even though I was unaware of Phuket being closed. It's always been open, but they've been put in the headlines they were going to reopen Phuket in, well, from April onwards. And what that really meant was there was going to be a reduction in the quarantine procedures or period that people had to go through to actually come onto the island of Phuket, or indeed Thailand, and they were going to reduce it for vaccinated people down to 0. But unfortunately that has all changed, and now we are seeing the measures reimposed. So it doesn't matter whether you've been vaccinated or not. If you want to enter Thailand at the moment, you're going to have to go through the quarantine period. How long that's going to be for, I'm not quite sure. We're not quite sure what's going to happen over the next few weeks. They have imposed a nighttime restriction. I'm not going to call it a curfew because they're not calling it a curfew. From the hours of 10 p.m. till 4 a.m. in the morning, they're asking people basically to stay at home. They're asking people to refrain from leaving their homes in these hours. It's not being enforced as a nighttime curfew. As far as I'm aware, again, this may change. We have had, up until I think it was yesterday or the day before, 423 cases confirmed in Phuket over the last few weeks, so not great. I don't want to go on about it too much because we're here to look at this beautiful beach. Now, as I've mentioned, I do have a blog, and you're very welcome to go over and have a read of that. There's going to be a lot of posts coming over the next few months, keeping people up to speed on what's going on the island, so that may be of interest. It is completely free. This is outside of my Facebook group. It's quicker and easier than making a video, but I am now back. I have completed my move, so I'm going to be doing a lot more work over the next coming months, both on my blog, Facebook, and of course my YouTube channel. So look out for lots of coming videos. I do have lots planned. But there you go, Ao Sane Beach. How beautiful is it? What a fantastic day. Lovely. Makes a real change from the rain that we've recently had. The rainy season has come early this year, started sort of the middle of April. It doesn't normally come until about the end of April, beginning of May, but this year it's been early. We have seen quite a few storms over the last few weeks, and yesterday and today has been exceptions. Absolutely beautiful weather. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this look at Ao Sane Beach, and as always, please remember to give it a big thumbs up if you have enjoyed the video, because it does really help the video and also the channel. Now, as I've mentioned before, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please do consider it. You'll be very welcome to the channel. Hopefully I can bring you something that you enjoy and love. Please post any comments down below. Any ideas for videos, things that you'd like to see, always welcome. Post them down in the comments and I'll see what I can do. I can't promise, but I will do my best to cover the things that you want to see. Now, don't forget to check out my Facebook group, as I've mentioned. I will post all the links down below. Of course, my blog on my Buy Me a Coffee. You don't have to buy me a coffee, of course, but if you feel the need and you want to buy me a coffee as in a way of showing your appreciation for all of my efforts and hard work, then thank you very much in advance for doing that. And I am going to try and offer people that do support me some little extras, but I'm going to talk about that in another video, not on this video. Well, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, you take care, and I will catch you on the next one.